Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. Those two words that were given to us that allow us to see something that we experience within ourselves and be able to give it a place that we can acknowledge. We all know and have experienced magic and miracles, but because of our expansiveness and our magnificence, many times they slip into the background. But when you hear the words magic and miracles, you're lifted to that place where it becomes alive. It becomes a being itself, magic and miracles. And the feeling connects you to so many moments in your life, so many experiences when you knew there was something that was beyond this physical reality. And so when you hear magic and miracles, you feel so much. You feel the endless possibilities of things coming into your field, changing your direction. You feel the sense of being looked after. For the delivery system of many of our needs come through magic and miracles. So those words will always have a great impact on humanity and on each person individually. We're kind of on the threshold of something magnificent. Everything leading you to this moment. When I talked last week about the song that I wrote in 2017 or 2016, and now it's become a record. And it was all orchestrated, the timing. And there was a moment, maybe a month ago, when I felt like now was the time. And I felt like I was on the threshold of something. And that's where we are now, as everything is coming together to support a grand change on our planet and in the universe. And it's amazing to feel it, to know it, and to clearly be on the threshold. These things have all been coming together over time, orchestrated, and each of us have played our part in bringing it forward through our vision, through our caring, through our patience, and through our power. Coming here in the physical to assist and be a vehicle for what's being delivered from outside of the physical. that place where the power is really in its full expression. And there's been battles behind the scenes with entities that have desired to control, that have shaped many of the systems that are here on the planet. And yet there have been galactic federations and alliances and beings of love who have thwarted many things that was desired to have happen on this planet. And now that's all coming to a head as change is imminent. And there's no war, even as there had to be a putting down of something. There's no we, there's no they. There's just one. And even though there are those who have controlled the operations on the planet for their own greed and control, we cannot blame them for us not being kind in a moment. We can't blame them for us judging someone in a moment. That's on us. So where's the difference? It's all been recorded. Think of every moment of your life, and if someone showed you a picture of how you spoke to someone or how you thought of someone, and then hear those words from Jesus, that him without having done anything to someone, throw the first stone. So it's easy to look out and say they and them and they're bad, losing sight of yourself. There's no difference. So as we step at the edge of the threshold, we must jettison all the judgment, all the thoughts of someone did this to me when I was 5, when I was 20, when I was trying to do something. It's all non-existent. It could never really stop you. You're eternal, you're divine, you're infinite, and you're a spirit, never born, never died. And as you release all those that you've held in prison, you'll fly into the new world. You'll greet what's coming directly in your field. And you'll never be disconnected from your Creator again. So there's nothing to hold on to. It's a clean slate. And it's only that space of a clean slate that allows you to walk through the door. You can't bring any them and me with you, for it doesn't exist in the world that is coming. And from there, there's so much appreciation for each life, for each person's journey, and for the source that allows all of it. For nothing could happen without its allowance. It is the ocean, and there could be no droplets of water without it. Therefore, every drop, every droplet has been allowed to express itself. Release everyone and everything and enter into the new world. Resistance is futile. There is a flow of life, and within that flow is the flow of your life. The first is directed by your Creator, and the second is directed by your Creator and you. A gentle, meandering flow that is deceptive in its power, both having an overall general feeling of movement. Although we have completely forgotten that it is us who have set the course for the flow of our life. In the end, there is no denying the existence of this reality. Therefore, resistance and reactance are futile. It only creates a tension in your body and in your being that actually accelerates the flow to a speed that creates more resistance and more reactance within you. Without your awareness of your participation in the creation of the flow of your life, you feel as though you are being attacked, singled out, and given the circumstances in your life that you do not deserve. It takes you to the place of being a victim, a place that gives a false feeling of shelter under the tree of what others have done to us. This response is only natural because one can come to when they have forgotten that this flow of their life is in part their own creation. So until you remember this, you must slow down and listen. As you listen and feel, you will begin to be aware of the flow that you have created in the greater flow in which all flows exist within. It is here that you will quell the storm of resistance and reactance and no longer see yourself as a victim of someone else's creation, but instead a victor of your own. There are, of course, changes that you can make in the direction of your flow, but this can only be done from that place of awareness and acknowledgement that you are the creator of your flow of life and the circumstances that arise out of it. Great change is upon us, and it is the time to be quiet and listen. Everything from your origin, that place that holds the mystery of you, is speaking to you now. In those quiet spaces between the notes where the music really lives, your creator is speaking to you. All those that support you from all the realms are speaking to you. Your family and friends that have crossed to the other side, the masters, the angels, and yes, you yourself are all speaking to you in those quiet places between the notes. They are coming now to prepare you for something that you cannot imagine, a change that we have known about and spoke about through many lifetimes. It is a gentle whisper that is easily drowned out by your life in the physical world as it comes kicking and screaming into your awareness like a bad rock song, demanding your constant attention. Listen to me, it demands. The life of the physical world is constantly screaming, listen to me. And if you don't, I will just turn up the volume. But now I can feel everyone softening, allowing the absorption of what is being delivered from their creator in preparation for this great change that is upon us. I can feel the human entity beginning to relax, letting go of all expectations and limited outcomes, releasing from the exhaustive energy of striving and gaining, storing and accumulating, both of which were mechanisms of control that kept us locked onto that bad rock song in its frequency of disharmony and its low vibration that kept our awareness and consciousness from expanding. Imagine looking in the mirror one morning and seeing a face that you have never seen before. Your face. That's how big the change that is upon us will be. Nothing will be as it was, for we will shed the coat that we have worn, the coat that we were told was us, and we will enter into a completely new dimensional reality. It has been coming, and we have been getting what we need to prepare to assist those that will not fully comprehend this great change. We are floating into our new self, once again losing a sense of time and the connection and attachment to this physical reality as our primary reality. We must consciously and unconsciously detach ourselves from all old thought patterns, all patterns that we have used in the past to look for the solutions to dilemmas that are confronting us must be severed. Hold on to nothing for your old way of looking for solutions. Don't maintain even one thought that was a part of how you used to come to your decisions. Discard all those possibilities and all the old ways of thinking that we have been given from the old paradigm. And in doing so, you will make room for the arrival of a solution that you could have never seen coming. Not in a million years would you have thought an answer would come in this way. The music of the new world is here. The notes that are played are harmony, kindness, compassion, love, wisdom, and light, all supporting, all life-giving, all accepting, and all inclusive. These are notes of unity, the preservation of life and peace. The music of the old world has notes of right and wrong, good and bad, the truth, righteousness, and control. These are notes that are life-taking, separating, and filled with limitations. The new flow that is the carrier of this great change has been released by the creator of it all, for it is time. It is flowing downhill and building an unstoppable momentum. So sit in this flow and let it take you to your destiny, for we all have a part to play in what is coming. Once again, do not resist, for resistance is futile. And from that place of non-resistance, reactance will be no more. And now we sit back in the flow and watch as it all takes form in the physical world. We quietly, with great determination and awareness, receive the flow into our being, for our divinity is returning to us in its fullness as we begin to recognize a new face in the mirror. Cheers to us all. Congratulations to each and every one of us. Let the music of the new world play on. Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. Everyone will change. No one stays the same. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold, because that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except the rain comes from the clouds, the sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. Winter turns to spring. A wounded heart will heal, but never much too soon. Yes, everything must change. The young become the old, and mysteries do unfold, 'cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except the rain comes from the clouds, the sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. The rain comes from the clouds, the sun lights up the sky, and music helps us fly. Thank you, everyone. We're on the threshold. Nothing will ever be the same. And you remember these words and remember where you were as it starts to come into the physical. For we are returning to the perfection of our divinity, where we only will experience a perfect life with perfect health and a magic future. Thank you, everyone. I am David.